What happened with Charlie Kirk and you speaking freely, do you ever fear for your safety?
I have the last couple weeks. Comedy clubs don't have security. These comedy clubs, they don't do nothing. They'll let you come in with a backpack. Also, you seen the type of comics that we hang around with? There's a lot of weird looking comics. They're just allowed to just be on the property like, oh, he's a comedian. So yeah, I've been afraid the last couple weeks for sure. Because once it gets vague, so like Charlie Kirk said that the Civil Rights Act was a mistake. That probably would trigger you, right? What do you mean? The great Dr. Martin Luther King was marching, risking his life every day for an act that you're going to say was a mistake? Well, he was saying because, or it was written so vaguely, that now trans athletes are using it to be in women's sports. They're walking up to the front lines and saying the Civil Rights Act protects me and I get to now compete against your daughter in high school basketball. And Charlie Kirk was saying that we should have wrote it better.
It should have been specific for black
for
people
race.
at the time.
This was for the Civil Rights Act for Africa. That's a beautiful thing. It isn't to be appropriated by men who think they're women to now go play in women's sports, which is about biological sex. That's all it was. And I think that like what happens is, and I don't know if this is how everyone thinks, and hopefully it will end maybe someday, to be vague. Oh, well, his ideologies were dangerous. What ideologies? It isn't about him. It's about the way he spoke contributed to a society of, and that's like biblical stuff, to basically turn it on people who love you and say that's evil.
Do you feel your relationship with him changed the way you view yourself or the world?
We weren't like best friends or anything. No, not at all. But my relationship with the current event of him being murdered in front of everyone and half of my friends celebrating it, that changed some things for sure. I think that is that's I mean, we're not talking about a guy losing his job or a guy getting punched for saying something stupid. We're talking about a man being murdered. That's a pretty big deal. Assassinations we don't want that to become a thing. Let's say Charlie Kirk was a terrible racist and a bad person and he gets shot in the neck and people love that. Okay, you think that this guy deserved to be shot because he was a racist or whatever. What if it's your guy? What if tomorrow someone decides, Barack Obama needs to be shot, or Joe Rogan needs to be shot, or Al Sharpton, or Kamala, or whoever you think is doing a good thing? You don't want this to become a thing. Remember Columbine? That was the scariest. Our whole country shut down. Like, what do you mean kids in school are being shot? Like, kids. Guns are in schools and kids. And then after the 20th school shooting, you go, this is just a thing. So you don't want it to start to become a thing.